On a bright bubbly morning in the middle of the wide white creamy sea, the bravest cat pirate in all the lands, Captain Whiskers, stood proudly on the deck of his ship, the Milky Moon. With his shiny gold earring, a tiny pirate hat, and his fluffy gray tail swishing proudly, he was ready for adventure. Captain Whiskers wasn't just any cat. He was known across the 7 creamy seas as the guardian of the Great Milk Bottle, a legendary bottle said to hold the freshest, creamiest milk in the world. Every cat, kitten, and dairy-loving creature dreamed of tasting it. But when the captain awoke that morning, something terrible had happened. The Great Milk Bottle was gone. The captain gasped so loudly his whiskers twitched. "By my 9 lives, who could have stolen me milk?" he cried. His crew, a funny bunch of animal sailors including Polly the Parrot, Finn the Fish Navigator who traveled in a little bubble tank, and Clumsy Claw the Crab, rushed to the deck. "We'll find that milk, Captain," chirped Polly, flapping her rainbow wings. Whiskers pulled out his spyglass and shouted, "All paws on deck! Raise the frothy sails! We sail to find the missing milk." The ship glided through creamy white waves that sparkled under the sun, leaving behind trails of bubbles. As they sailed, they passed floating cookies as big as islands, marshmallow clouds drifting low, and schools of jellyfish shaped like spoons. "The creamy sea is extra sweet today," said Finn the fish, squinting through his bubble tank. But suddenly a strange sound echoed. Slurp! Slurp! The crew froze. Whiskers turned toward the sound and saw something giant rising from the milky waves. It was Moby Moo, the giant cow whale. Her back was black and white like a cow's spots, and she sprayed milk instead of water through her blowhole. "Ahoy there, Moby Moo!" shouted Whiskers. "Have ye seen a shiny bottle floatin' by?" Moby Moo giggled. "Oh, Captain, I saw something shiny drift past the Cookie Islands, but beware the sneaky seagulls." "Aye, aye," said the captain. He thanked the cow whale and turned the ship toward the Cookie Islands. The creamy sea grew stickier and sweeter as they approached, and the air smelled like chocolate. Suddenly, Clumsy Claw shouted, "Captain! Over there!" On a floating cookie cliff sat a group of sneaky seagulls wearing pirate hats, cackling and sipping milk through straws. "That's me milk!" shouted Whiskers, his tail puffing up. "Prepare the milk cannons." The crew fired soft splashes of milk foam toward the seagulls, but the birds dodged easily. "You'll never catch us, Meow-Rine," squawked their leader, Sir Squawk-a-Lot. But Captain Whiskers was clever. He signaled Polly the Parrot, who flew high and dropped cookie crumbs over the ship. The seagulls couldn't resist. They swooped down to eat the crumbs, leaving the stolen bottle behind. "Quick, Claw!" shouted Whiskers. The crab used his claws to grab the bottle safely back on board. "We did it!" cheered the crew. But before they could celebrate, a huge swirl appeared in the sea, a milky whirlpool pulling the ship down. "Hold tight, me crew!" shouted the captain as the ship spun around like a spoon in a teacup. Down they went, splash! Into the undercream world, an underwater paradise of coral made of cheese and fish that looked like floating crackers. Everything shimmered with creamy light. But something wasn't right. The Great Milk Bottle glowed faintly and began to tremble. "The magic's fading!" cried Finn the fish. Then from behind a coral mountain appeared the mischievous Queen Frappe, a frothy sea cat made of whipped cream, her tail swirling like a milkshake straw. "So you're the one guarding my bottle," she purred. "I borrowed it from my milkshake kingdom. I didn't mean to cause trouble." Captain Whiskers, though brave, softened his voice. Queen Frappe, I understand. But that bottle keeps balance in the creamy sea. Without it, the waves curdle." The queen blinked, realizing her mistake. "Then let us fix it together," she said kindly. With a gentle whisk of her creamy paw, she filled the bottle with enchanted milk and handed it back. "Return it to the sun, brave captain, before it spoils." Whiskers nodded gratefully, his whiskers dripping with foam. "Crew, to the surface!" They rode a giant bubble back to the top of the sea, bursting out into sunlight with a splash. The creamy sea sparkled once more, smooth and white like fresh milk. Whiskers placed the great milk bottle back on the ship's deck where it belonged, and the waves immediately calmed, purring softly. The crew cheered, tossing cookies in the air. "We did it, Captain. The creamy sea is safe again," Polly squawked. Captain Whiskers took off his hat, smiled proudly and said, "Aye, me hearties, today we learned the greatest treasure isn't milk, it's teamwork." The sun began to set, turning the sea golden, and Moby Moo waved her fin from afar, spraying a rainbow of milk droplets across the horizon. The crew danced to Polly's pirate song. "Sail the sea, sail with glee, find your milk and drink with me." As night fell, the ship rocked gently under a moon shaped like a cookie, and Captain Whiskers curled his tail around the bottle. "Sleep tight, me creamy treasure," he purred, looking up at the stars that shimmered like sugar sprinkles. And somewhere deep below, Queen Frappe smiled, stirring her milkshake kingdom with peace once again. From that day onward, whenever sailors sailed the creamy sea, they swore they could hear faint laughter and the hum of a happy cat pirate singing his milky tune. The legend of Captain Whiskers and his missing milk lived on. A tale of courage, curiosity, and kindness across every foamy wave of the creamy sea.